been very, very difficult for most of us to get here. I'm fully aware that being away for 5 days out of your offices, your families, your daily life, it's sometimes a challenge. But I invite you to look at this as an opportunity. That's how I see the purpose of these meetings, as a kind of a luxury time away for reflection, for perhaps additional motivation.
Ohrid is usually the city of culture, the city of UNESCO, but Struga is important for us people coming from literature because not only symbolically, not only spiritually, but very physically, this is the spring where the poets get inspired and share their poetic vision.
You had not switched on the mic. I want to add a but here. These authors, yes, they're the most translated, but the way they are translated, what is it? In many countries, they just buy their rights. There's a certain number of publishers. I don't know how it is in Serbia, but in Bulgaria, that's how it works. There's a certain number of publishers who live off that. What is this? I am.
First language. We are so much into the context that I almost know what they are talking about.
In English, you read English, you read it like this major.
Like a well-off gambler. A gambler who left Yugoslavia, like who left to Syria because he was because he was having friends there and running business there.
Milena doesn't know the exact date of her birth. Nobody wrote the date down because as soon as she got out, her mother had some chores to do, so she didn't have time to deal with the less immediate tasks. Later, they could all agree it was the summer of 1883. The place of her birth is perfectly known. It is a cottage she grew up in and continued to live in until her marriage. The most notable accomplishments from her life are saving a wounded stranger from a wolf attack by throwing a rock at the wolf and screaming "Da Bog da ti oči iscurile vraže prokleti." She later married the wounded stranger and trained the wolf to be their property guard. And the other accomplishment is taking care of her step-grandson Zaim. Her biggest failure in life is not revenging the death of her brother.
we still need to figure out the actual story because we just realized that not all of you have been present in the morning sessions.
They just, it separates them a little bit because they have different focus in their lives. And Zaim doesn't understand fully why Danica is so obsessed about the actual situation because Zaim is not so open.
Можете заедно ручате ljudi.
Druga, ma ta rečna je samostojna. Se šepo.
So please take a folder, please write your name on the folder and keep all the pieces of paper inside the folder because we have a journey that we are going through together. I'm going to hand out a sheet of paper now with a picture on it. Now when you get the sheet of paper, I would like you to decide and colour in the mark on your paper how you feel right now when I say these words to you. Audience development, digital marketing, fundraising.
The biggest challenge is to get to the people who are not audiences at all. And why people do not participate. And it's like, for example, that they are not going to read a book because it's not for someone like me. So we fulfill those needs in many different ways, but the needs as such, they are exactly the same.
How to find ways to communicate to young audience.
Okay.
The assumption again, how to reduce price of the ticket and maintain the quality.
Okay, so what would be the question?
How
should we reduce the price?
Can the young audience afford to go to?
That's again, you just hidden it there.
Okay.
Can they afford? And that's very
Can they
simple
afford it?
one. Very simple one. You start with what? It's your first day on the new job. You start with what? What would be the question here?
With high schools.
Yes, what would be the question about that?
Do we need to?
Are they interested?
Are they even interested in?
Okay. But you're going for a specific, kind of a target here. That you are assuming that the collaboration with high school is needed.
Joshua Hekele represents Litprom. He will talk for about 15 minutes of what Litprom is doing. I met him, it's not that important, but we basically met on the occasion of another European project that is trying to do what we are trying to do for Balkan literatures, but they are trying to do it for Arabic language.
It's going to be interesting because, first of all, we are not doing Balkan literature. So this is kind of, I'm extra here, but it's good. And feel free to ask questions if you want to during whenever you want to.
Translation Collider and create Europe for books.
#Balkan Translator Academy.
last survivors.
I'm a chicken, you know what? Well, you should choose pick species.
He's organizer of...
You're Noah yourself?
Yes?
Festival?
Yes, this is in special type of person organizers of festivals.
I also studied poetry.
Yeah, poetry.
You're a poet?
Yeah, poetry organizer.
This event, and of course he's not doing it, but he sends some of the important people from the municipality to participate. So what do? We invite any contacts we have on a high level also, like in the business, in other municipalities, you know, like some unions and stuff like this, to bring the debate into a high level. And we have any available friends at that time standing on their laptops. So when the debate starts, they start spreading the event in all possible groups, like in town, the region, international. So there are a lot of people watching it. And I'm standing there at this laptop, and I have one glass full of vodka and one bottle full of mineral water. So when I get shaky, I drink the water from the glass, which is vodka. And when I'm getting alright, it's the bottle. And the debate went super well because they promised everything, you know, and then we had it already spinning in the online space. And that's how, after a year and a half of trying to be diplomatic and polite with the institutions, from totally hating us and don't want to talk to us, now we are very good partners.
Low-born land mollusk, high-impact intruder, easy oozer, slime exuder, freeloader, sprout spoiler, meandering meorderer, disrespecter of my broad beans' border.
Дошле преко отворено море да го струшат својот бран на кајмак чалан. Може би до черепот лежи черепот на тој што убивал. Черепите се слични со каменот. Јас не знам кој со кого и кој за кого во кој ден, но ова чудо од коски ме плаши.
Good morning, world. Those were the words of the Chien Andalou as he woke up with an innocent smile. And Skopje replied, "Get out of here, you filthy dog. This isn't France, and there is no tolerance, especially not for stray dogs."
Mračno kao pod kapuljačom dželata kojom se uveče igra njegova kći. Mada je postelja već raspremljena i u sveću je dunuo vetar, odlazeći na kraj sveta da svira u mokre trske.
When I prick my ears to hear her, as if through water, "You've ruined my life and I have no one because of you," and the barking of the dog. "But you'll see one day when I'm gone whose blood you'll leech off then." And I don't know if she's speaking to the husband, treating him like a dog, or to the dog, treating him like a husband.
После започнаха да се въртят, хванати за ръце и да пеят. Тралалалали, нека да вали, от дъждеца, ах, нас не ни е страх. Валеше и когато майка й катастрофира, не на погребението, в деня, когато се случи.
And the space of the book changed our facial form
gave us a purpose, and I was truly attached to verses, to pictures, the way I was to a shoulder of bygone times, dreaming of northern seas so lively from those letters arranged into verses.
Jednou do roka jezdíme na místo, kde spíme pod trubkou, ve který běhá kouzelný vítr. V té trubce je dírka.
Some are in pairs and some alone, and often those inside the cars, only after each other a couple of words. They sure got a lot of nerve. Haven't they, mate? Look at the birds.
Утре ще съм в Босна за първи път. Мама разказваше, че там се бият по дворовете, колят прасетата и жените с един и същи нож и че върхът на изкуството им са килимите.
Amid the crowd of twisted, burned shapes of addicts who hang around East Hastings every day, wearing his fedora and golden signet ring, and with his chiseled body and dandy posture, Eddie looks like a new record player needle, like resplendent white egret.
И стихови пишам како што си знам. Со животот често си немаме слога. Се борам со него доколку ќе смогнам.